They told you in 2014 that an independent Scotland couldn't keep the pound, that Westminster owned it, that Scotland would be cut off, exposed, forced to start from scratch. It was the most effective scare story of the entire campaign. It was also a bluff, and here's how you know. The pound is not England's pound. It is a shared asset of the United Kingdom, a union that Scotland co-founded. The Bank of England itself was created by a Scotsman, William Paterson, born in Dumfries in Galloway. He founded the Bank of England in 1694. A Scot built the institution Westminster is now telling Scotland it can't touch. At independence, Scotland doesn't go cap in hand asking for the pound. Scotland sits down at a negotiating table as an equal sovereign nation. Reminds them what's on the table. Faslane, Scottish waters, energy interconnectors, fishing rights, airspace. Scotland has leverage, real leverage. The pound is part of the negotiation. And here's what Westminster won't tell you about that negotiation. The morning after a yes vote, the pound takes a hit. Markets don't like uncertainty. The RUK Treasury knows a smooth transition is vital. A currency union stabilizes the pound. Without Scotland's resource wealth quietly underpinning it, the pound's credibility takes a long-term hit. Westminster needs that currency union more than Scotland does. The bluff collapses the moment Scotland calls it. Scotland brings something extraordinary to a currency union, a massive trade surplus in energy, food and drink, and whiskey. 113% of its own electricity needs generated from renewables. 17 hyperscale data centers in the planning system, one of the most resource-backed economies in Europe. A Scottish-backed sterling would be one of the strongest currencies on the continent. The markets would not punish it, they would back it. And Scotland's negotiating position on the Bank of England board is cast iron. Scotland co-created this currency union. Scotland's economy deserves representation. Seats on the Monetary Policy Committee. A say on interest rates. Representation proportional to economic contribution. Not as a favor, as a right. Westminster's currency threat was designed for one purpose, to frighten Scottish voters before a yes vote. It was never a serious post-yes position. Because post-yes, the RUK government has to explain its position to markets. They can't deliberately destabilize a shared currency. The union was always the destination. A Scotsman built the Bank of England. Scotland co-founded the pound. Westminster was always bluffing. Independence calls the bluff.